Welcome to Therapy Through Cards. Welcome to your pick a card reading. We are going to be looking at what makes you so desirable. Okay, we have 3 piles. Choose your intuition and let's see why you're so desirable to other people. So pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3. So choose your pile and let's get into it. Okay, if you chose pile number 1, welcome to your reading. Why do people find you so desirable? Okay, and also we might find what you find desirable in yourself as well. Okay, we'll have a look whether they match. That'll be interesting. So part number 1, you chose this amazing love heart. Okay, you chose the love heart, which makes me feel like you guys have a big heart. You have a lot of love to give as well, and there is so many things that people love about you. Okay, I'm getting a lot. There's so many good things about you. But yeah, a lot of people do desire you. I kind of feel it romantically, especially as we have the love heart here. You may have a lot of secret admirers. What we're going to do though, if you guys don't know how I work, I'm highly clairsentient. I do have a lot of the other clairs, but basically I read the energies of the cards. The cards come to life. So in this reading, we're going to be looking at, why people find you desirable. But I'm also going to be looking at any other messages that want to come through with the cards. And I will show you how I do that throughout your reading. We're going to be using oracle cards, tarot, and we have this little card here, okay? And there's a little picture or a keyword behind it. And let's get into it actually. Sometimes there's specific times within the reading that I want to reveal it, but I feel like I want to reveal it at the beginning for every pile this reading. So let's have a look. Oh, okay. It's really interesting because you guys chose the heart, and this is the pose where you release things that you release energy from your heart's center. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. There's so many downloads, guys. But basically, you guys could be into yoga. You're very, very connected to your body. All right. You may be fit. You may have some sort of routine, like a yoga routine or just some sort of mind-body practice, which I guess a lot of people kind of find really desirable about you. But what I'm getting mostly as I look at that card is that you're very aware of your body. Very aware. So you may be actually quite sensitive. You pick up on the energies very easily of other people, and you are very good at distinguishing what is your energy and what is not your energy. If some of you guys don't feel like you're at that place where you're very aware of your body and your own energy, that is definitely something that is going to develop as you get older and more experienced. Here with this card, I'm kind of feeling like you guys may have released traumas to do with love. Okay, you could be doing that as we speak. If you guys are in pain to do with anything with love, this could be definitely advice from spirit to release tension. Do some yoga, do some meditation, get into that. But let's get your cards, okay? Let me tap into your energy. Let's see what I can get through channeling. So I'm going to shuffle. Well, that's way too many. I'm not getting all that, guys. The pile number 1, Spirit, what makes them so desirable? Okay, Spirit just immediately said meaning. So you guys are meaningful. Every interaction with you is meaningful. It's not shallow. It's not boring. There's a level of depth here. I think that you know that you're quite... There is this level of... You take on a lot. Like, you take on a lot of people's... I'm going to say in a nutshell energy, but you don't just listen to someone with what they have to say just by your ears, okay? You take in everything that they're saying and everything that they're not saying. So what I mean by that is you notice their body language, you notice the feelings behind the words that they're saying. So you're very observant in the fact that you completely read another person's soul, not just their words or their body, but their soul. So I am getting immediately from this pile that you guys are very good at reading between the lines. So if someone is saying, you know, I'm feeling okay, I'm feeling happy, but there is something off about them, and you know that they're not okay. You know that there's something deeper. Whereas someone who didn't know how to kind of read all of someone's energy would miss. So you just know. You know when something is not accurate, and people really find this desirable. Okay, Spirit just randomly said you guys are really good at handling your money. If you do not feel like you are right now, that is something that you will learn. I don't feel like you're motivated by money, though. There is something very simple about you. There is something very pure about you. There is something where you wouldn't be really good if you were to have a lot of responsibility. There is this level of really wanting to live a balanced, calm, meaningful life. You may I'm kind of feeling like you bring people back to what is important, and that's what's really desirable as well. So people may be complaining about certain things in their life, and you're just like, it's not significant in the grand scheme of things. There's something people just, when they're around you, they're like, they know not to complain about trivial things. They know to be grateful. They know that their life is a precious one. Yeah, you just give off that energy to people. It's like people get their shit together when they're around you, which is really interesting. I find that energy fascinating. So sorry, your energy is try to put your energy into words. Let's get some more cards. The cards will give us more details. Okay, so Spirit just told me I'm not going to put that card, but it said dominance. You have a quiet dominance about you, quietness about you. It's not quiet. It's kind of like intimidating, maybe. People may be like, oh, goodness. There's like, I just get this image of a sergeant, and there's these soldiers, and the sergeant walks into the room, and the soldiers exactly know what they need to do. So following orders, or there's this, people know where they stand with you. No, it could just be respect, guys. People respect you. So they want to, oh, I know what it is, guys. I know it's coming through. People want to prove to you that they can do better when they're around you. That's what people find desirable. It's almost like, you know, when you meet someone that you're like, oh, wow, okay. They have their shit together. They are very aware of themselves. They know who they are. They know what they like. It's that kind of energy. Which I'm speaking about you, which then pushes the people who are exposed to that energy it just like kicks them into gear of like, okay, I need to make some changes in my life, or I need to get my act together, or you know what I mean? Like it's really, really, you're very healthy for people. People may look at you as a role model or look up to you. Let's get one more card. Let's get one more card. I feel like giving you. What other card, Spirit? What do I want to do? I want to give you a zodiac. I already have. Let's give you one of these beautiful cards. Okay, guys. Let's have a look at what Spirit wants to share with you. Can you see all your cards? Yes, you can. Fantastic. All right, so why do people desire you, pile number 1? We know that people feel like they need to level up. They need to get their shit together when they are around you because they know that you're very good at doing that. I do get Virgo energy here. Virgo's coming through. Definitely Gemini as well. You may find people... Okay, I don't know whether you like this or not, but you may find people that try to copy you or try to compete with you. Just because of... It's out of respect, guys. It's out of inspiration. It's not out of like, I want to do better than you. It's just you help people be better in themselves, which is what people find desirable about you. It's like if you're in a relationship with someone, you make the other person a better person. And they are a better person because they're in a relationship with you. But you don't have to be in a relationship. It's just whoever comes into your presence, whoever is around you. So let's get your cards, guys. Let's get your cards. We have the 8 of Pentacles. So you guys, this 8 of Pentacles always comes up. You're very dedicated. You're very dedicated at... Pentacles does always represent the tangible, the material. For me, it's definitely a card of work and career. You guys may be just very focused and diligent when it comes to your work, but not necessarily just your work. I think you guys, whatever you put your attention or your focus to, you really, really practice and get it to a standard that people are like, wow, I want to be like you. You are my coach or my mentor or the person that I look up to. But it's because you put the hard work in. It's because you are very aware of yourself. You definitely do the inner work. You definitely do the checking in with yourself and getting rid of energies that don't serve you. I just keep looking at this card here. And I also want to highlight, guys, if you're feeling really like the energy within your body is really stuck or stagnant, or you're just not in alignment or in flow at the moment, really, really take some time in your day to check in with yourself. Do some stretching, do some yoga, do some meditation, especially to do with the heart chakra, releasing any energies that are stagnant, that are not yours. Let's keep going. We have the karma, memories, reincarnation. Okay, so I love this. So why people desire you, or you attract the type of people that desire you, is because they definitely could be karmic relationships. That makes a lot of sense when it comes to desire, because we sense that another's soul is an energy that we have experienced in a past life. So that's where that strong tie of desire comes from other people, is because they may have had a connection with you in another past life. And they're here to maybe do some work on themselves through their interaction with you. So this isn't about you clearing your karma. Not so much. I mean, if you are brought with someone, that you definitely do need to, I guess, still work on something. But the level that I am feeling from the other people that encounter you in their life, who desire you, it's more about them having to do that karmic work on themselves, and you help them. Okay, going. The Watcher. Okay, this is a really intimidating, not intimidating, but it's like people watch you. People may watch you from a distance. People may be standing in the corner and they notice you and they're just watching. But I'm also getting that they watch everything that you do, your actions, because they want to replicate that. But for some reason, I feel like that's you. That's your energy. People also have to watch themselves around you. You know how I was saying when I was channeling, how I was getting that vision of the sergeant, and then he comes into the room, and then the soldiers just suddenly get into line, or they're forced to act in a certain way. So people may watch their back with you, and I don't feel like that's in a bad way. It's just in a way of, it's just how your presence or your energy impacts on them. The Virgin, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. What are we talking about? Heart. So your heart is so pure, guys. Or that is definitely something that you will be working on in this lifetime. Through any issues. Oh my God, did you hear that bang? That was crazy. So any issues of the heart, you're going to be working through them. With the Virgin as well, I feel, we're all talking about desire here. You may attract those that are literally virgins. Just going to put it out there. But people that may be young in experience, because they look up to you guys. They look up to you as a mentor or role model, or if not, they respect you, and they naturally are forced to level up. Not to the full level that you already are, but even if it's just a little bit. An example would be they start to eat a little bit more healthier because you guys are very, very picky with what you put in your body. Or you guys, this is just examples, doesn't have to resonate. Take what resonates. If you guys are avid readers or you like to learn, and someone's in your energy, they're going to start to pick up a book, and just people discover things about themselves when they're around you, which is really desirable. Second house, owning. Okay, so I just kind of feel like people find the fact that you have all your finances sorted out, or you will. You may be well set up as well. Or there is that attitude to want to be established, to have a house, to have possessions that you value. And you're working diligently towards that. So the level of self-discipline and ambition is what makes other people desire you. Seventh house, relationships. This area of your life is about long-term significant partners, romantic, business, or family. So we have a 7 here, okay? We have a 7 and an 8. So when Spirit gives me those numbers, it's number sequences. So this is a very interesting message. Why people find you very desirable is that we can see here, you are long-term potential when it comes to being in a partnership. You're not here for flings. You're not here for anything pretty superficial, or I just get you work on the relationship with the 8 of Pentacles, because we have practice. You work through challenges, you work through obstacles to keep the relationship long term. So very well committed here. But what people find desirable about you is that you are committed. And it's really interesting because I'm getting this inferiority complex where people don't feel like they are good enough for you. But it's something that they desire at the same time. It's like, oh, okay, oh my God, I've got something pretty amazing here. I better not F it up or screw it up. You also may be very selective with who you get into a relationship with the 7th house. You have the 7th house because it's a very, very big theme here in your life, relationships. All relationships, business, romantic, family, partners. You don't give up on relationships. You take relationships seriously. And you're willing to do the work when it comes to having long-lasting relationships, which people really, really like. They find desirable. But at the same time, I think a lot of people, especially with the karma here, will have to work through their karma with you. But what is so desirable is that you're patient. But you're not a pushover. I really want to say that for you guys. You're not a pushover. But there is something really wise about you and tolerating. And people definitely grow up and yeah, it's really interesting. They grow up if they have a relationship with you really quickly, and they may go through many changes with you, which they find desirable. Yeah, it came up in reverse. I'm going to put it in reversal because I wouldn't use this deck if I wasn't doing reversals because it has reversals. So there's 6 of Cups in reverse. 6 of Cups in reverse. That is an interesting reversal. First, let's talk about the 6 of Cups upright. So the 6 of Cups upright is a fond memory, you know, and it's interesting how we have a relationship here with a father and a son. That this child probably is an adult right now and reflecting on a time in his childhood where he really enjoyed that bond and that connection, that relationship with his father. So if we put this in reverse, all right, this tells me, that is basically why the 7th house is so significant in your reading, because this is what you're working through. And other people will as well, because we attract aspects of ourselves to ourselves. Okay? So basically the 6 of Cups in reverse is about you, maybe as a child, feeling like you didn't have strong relationships. You didn't have memories. You don't have memories of, and we have the memories here. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, I'm already getting so many channels. Okay, it's all coming together, you know. The more you kind of connect into the cards, then you see the bigger theme and you see the bigger picture, and then it's like, bang, okay. I know what the big message here for this reading is. It's pretty profound. But anyway, let's get to it. Okay, so this is pretty deep stuff. I'm not going to sugarcoat any of this, but I kind of feel like maybe your upbringing, there were some relationships that your needs weren't met. Broken relationships, broken families, you were alone, you didn't. And so I think this is why you play a very important emphasis on your relationships today or in the future to come. It's all part of the karma here, all part of your learning. And as I said before, you will attract people in a similar situation or that have similar lessons. They may be on a different timeline in terms of the growth and their lessons. I think you're a little bit more evolved than the people that find you desirable. They find you desirable because you've worked through what they want to work through, which is the relationships, possibly abandonment issues. We don't see a father in this picture. So it may, for some of you, your relationship with your father was absent, or you didn't have a strong connection with your father. But this here, with this girl releasing, like, she's doing her inner work. And it's all about the heart as well. The Six of Cups is feeling from the heart. Like, memory is that warm one's heart. So you'll be recreating these memories in your adult relationships, or relationships that will come into existence. But let's get back to the desire. The desire. People desire you because you've gone through this work here, this spiritual healing work, and it's pretty amazing. And you may actually attract those that have similar experiences with yourself, but are not, not fully in the advanced healing that you are or will be. Okay? You may be able to show people how to open their heart. It's definitely with the Virgin. Can you see that she's holding her chest, covering up her heart? So this literally doesn't have to mean that you are a virgin. You could be. But that just means allowing your heart to open again after maybe having to close your heart due to abandonment issues, or just not feeling like you had secure relationships as a child. You're healing all that, guys. It's amazing. And this is what people find really, really attractive about you. Okay, let's keep going. Luck. Oh, yeah, I love this, guys. So, as I was saying before, Spirit gives me messages through number sequences. So we have it 28 and 29. So the luck comes when you clear your karma, and where other people clear their karma as well. So much luck. And fish also represent money or material abundance. So you're going to gain a lot of money and material abundance, especially as we can see here with the second house, which is all about your finances, your possessions, and what you value. But I definitely feel like you value relationships, or relationships will be a big theme in your life. Big. Let's keep going. Listen. It's interesting how we've got the Watcher and Listen. These are very still energies, aren't they? They're not vocal. They're not action orientated. It's really, really interesting. People find you attractive because, or they desire you because you can speak without actually using your words. Your presence is very strong, especially with this snow leopard. You speak maybe through body language, or you don't need to speak. I honestly feel like you're very attuned with your body. You listen to your body. Your body may provoke everything that someone needs to hear. I'm sure there's maybe some people find your body very desirable, or the way that you move your body, or the way that you use your body. There's something about using your body rather than using your words. Maybe some of you guys say very few words, and that's very attractive. Freedom. With the 6. Oh, guys. I'm getting so emotional. I'm like, okay. So this is basically my system. This is how Spirit gives me messages. So let's go back to that number sequence. So we got the 8, we got the 7, and we got the 6. We got 2 6s for you. So 8 of Pentacles means you do the work to work on your relationships because you value them, because you didn't have very good relationships in your past. And doing so, what does it lead to? Freedom, luck, karmic clearing. And I just sense that people desire you because you're mature when it comes to relationships, because you've done healing and you've done work on yourself. And when you love yourself, because you can't do any of this healing relationships without healing your own relationship with yourself, can you? No. So you will do that. You will definitely do that here with the heart and this lady. That then attracts a lot of people that desire you, because they can see that you've done the healing on yourself, and it will prompt them to want to be better, especially in matters of the heart, and to be better in relationships as well. So let's quickly get a few intuitive messages before we wrap up your reading. Very powerful messages here today, pile number 1. All right, let's get you 4. So these messages may just be additional messages from Spirit, or maybe in relation to the messages that we've talked about through your reading. You have spiritual gifts, use them now, okay? So Spirit wants you to start to use your spiritual gifts. Definitely if you're doing practices that are energetically inclined, you will definitely possibly awaken some more spiritual gifts that you didn't know you had. Go crazy, lighten up, you're taking life too seriously. Yes. Don't be so hard on yourself, especially if you feel, because I do kind of feel like you guys may go above and beyond when working on yourself or wanting to be better, like a little bit of a perfectionistic energy here. Just let go, you know. I know that I think some of you guys may carry a bit of heaviness within your heart, because I kind of feel that. Let that go and release, and that will help lighten you up. I'm kind of feeling like lighten your energetic body up. You're meant for something bigger than what you're currently doing. Okay, I think that's a very specific message. I wish I could do a whole reading on what that would be about, but we already know what it's going to be about. Thank you, Spirit. I was like, don't leave me on that that cliffhanger. I hate it when, you know, that happens. So your career is going to change dramatically. I'm not surprised, especially with the Eight of Pentacles, because you're very dedicated and you're a hard worker, and you put your time and effort into improving areas of your life and yourself. So when that was your reading, I hope you got something out of it. Very profound insights. If anything resonated, feel free to leave a comment. If you like my energy or my style of my readings and you're not subscribed, please do so. I also do private readings. If you guys like my energy and want a private reading, go to therapythroughcards.com. Okay, so let's get to pile 2. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. Welcome to your beautiful reading. Why do people desire you? Let's get into it. Let's see why people desire you and what you may find that you desire within yourself. Okay, I'm open to anything that comes through in terms of desire. So you guys chose the shell. You chose the shell. Whenever the shell comes out, it kind of means that you guys have a protective shell. You have a protective armor. But I'm channeling instantly, so I'm just gonna go with my channel. Sometimes other channels like butt in, and yeah. All right, so basically, guys, part number 2. You are a protective shell to other people. You're almost like armor for other people. People find you comforting. They find that they're safe with you. This is what they desire about you. I'm also getting another channel as well, is that you may be hard to open up because it's a shell, right? You're within your shell. But people find that desirable. I am channeling that you're not easy to open up. You're not easy to make decisions, or quick to get into relationships, or you're very the energy is you need to think about things. You need to think things through. Probably because I kind of am sensing, guys, that you are very sensitive, and that is why you protect yourself. Yeah, from getting hurt. because you're sensitive. And that's not a weakness. I really want to put that out there because a lot of people think that. I think it's very smart. Or you just may have gone through lots of relationships or experiences where you've been hurt and you don't want that to keep repeating or keep happening. It's interesting because I kind of get this energy where you're maturing in the sense that you know what to give and what to hold back, even if it's for a later date or even if it's forever. It's like there is this switch in your brain where you think before you speak because of experiences that you've gone through. So very, very good. You're learning your lessons, or you're learning what you are allowing to give to other people. But basically, people desire that in you. They sense that they can't maybe get much out of you as they'd like, especially if we're talking about they meet you for the first time. They may find you a little bit standoffish or a little bit protective of your energy, maybe a little bit of a closed book, but that creates this mystery, creates this intrigue, creates other people wanting to know more about you. And then when they do, when you soften your harder shell, because you feel that the other person or whoever's desiring you won't threaten you, then you remove your defenses, and then people are very, very, I feel that they may feel safe in your energy, just safe. So let's have a look at your little intuitive message. That was your channeling. We're going to have a look at the cards. Let's see what your little picture or keyword is. This will help us establish more about why you're so desirable. I got this. I've got this. Oh, I love that. So that initially straight away tells me that you're very good at handling situations. Like, you're not the type of person that's passive or won't initiate or take charge of things. You know, if there's something that you want, you go out and you'll organize it. If other people have weaknesses or they're not so good at doing certain things in their life, you won't patronize them or pressure them. You will take it on and get it done because you've got this. There is something really, I love this so much. I'm getting the sense of maybe if you're in a relationship, it doesn't matter if it's romantic, friendship, family, you are very generous and very attractive in the sense of if someone is struggling, you've got their back. You know what to do. You'll step up and take charge of the situation. And it's because you care a lot. Like this, you guys care so much. And you're very capable, guys. You may have a lot of skills. I'm kind of feeling like if there's any sort of issue, you'll know how to solve it, or you'll think of something really creative, or you're just really good on the spot when it comes to handling things that maybe come up out of nowhere or unexpectedly. You're really useful in situations like that, okay? And people find that desirable. Hope that made sense. So let's get your cards. Let me tap further into your energy to see what we've got. But people can really rely on you, pile number 2, and that's very desirable. You're very efficient. You're very, I keep getting this, this channel where you're very good at, if you're in a relationship, I'm going to just say romantic for this one. It doesn't have to be. It could just be like if you're on a vacation with your family. You know what other people like. It's like, you know that maybe if you were to organize a plan to go away for the weekend or a vacation, you'll know exactly what the other person will like. And it gets you really excited to organize it and surprise that person. So that's what I kind of feel like I've got this. You also may take on challenges really well as well. You may find problem solving really stimulating. There's that kind of energy, which is pretty interesting. So yeah, you're very good at thinking things, coming up with solutions or solving problems on the spur of the moment, and people find that really desirable in you. You know, it's really cool. It's like those people where it takes me back to when I used to do, when I studied at uni, and I never used to prepare for my assignments or my exams. I would always, at the last moment, just figure out something really quickly. Kind of gives me that energy. Some people are good at that. Some people are not. I actually work better like that, because if I have too much time to think or too much time to plan, I will just like get myself into this too many possibilities, or there's too many answers, or there's, you know, whereas if you're on a time limit, you just go with something, you know, you don't have to be overwhelmed by so many different ideas or possibilities. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's have a look at your cards. We've got them here. You can see them. Ooh, this is really interesting. So, oh, wow. Okay, so let's have a look at the two cards that have faced up, pile number 2, because the two cards that have faced up, they're the cards that are saying, pick me, read me first, I've turned up right. So, big energies here. Probably, and it's so interesting because it's in the center of your reading. The two cards that are faced up are in the center of your reading, and the center cards are the dominant cards, the dominant energies out of the whole spread. So this is double power, basically. So I'm going to read them. So take this in. It's not just the cards that are flipped over, but it's in the center of your reading. So we have transformation. People desire you because you constantly evolve. You constantly change. And transformation is above the 6th house. So this kind of tells me that your changes will be to do with the 6th house. And this is what people find desirable about you. So the 6th house represents work, health, duty, area of your life. So the area where you know you need to attend to the small details in order to achieve your goals or achieve your aims or your intentions in life. You know, it's what we do on a day-to-day basis. You're very, very good, I get 2 channels from this, at like kind of planning your day, structuring your day, your time. You're definitely very productive people. Or if I always say, if I feel that this is the energy and you guys are listening and you're like, I'm the messiest person on earth, I have no routine, I just do whatever I feel like at the time. This energy is coming in for you to embody in the future. Like, it's something that you will be learning. It's a lesson. So as much as you may feel like you just go with the flow and that's how you work, Spirit is kind of saying there needs to be this emphasis on routine, structure, and what you do, not even just day to day, but what you do minute to minute, because it's really going to help change areas of your life in the best way possible with the transformation. Because we have, can you read this? Things are changing at a cellular level, a deep healing. And it's interesting with this this 6th house is that we have a girl here doing yoga, and I always kind of feel like this is health, this is healing, not just physical healing, but energetically healing. It's so interesting because the last pile had a card of doing yoga as well. Must be a really good practice in order to heal ourselves. So your 6th house is you either manage it really well, or there will be this stepping up to paying attention when it comes to the 6th house and what it rules. As I've told you, you'll be taking more of a you'll acknowledge the 6th house. Okay. And this comes to what people find desirable about you. So they desire the fact that you have your life figured out. With the 6th house, it always makes me feel, when you look at someone face value, you don't really know them. You don't know them too deeply. Like, you may know what they do on a day-to-day basis, superficial. That's where that 6th house comes out in. It's like, wow, they're really, they use their time well in their day. It's that energy. Like, people are like, oh, wow, this is what I'm reading for you guys. Oh, wow, they have this yoga routine that they do every morning. Oh, wow, they're so diligent when it comes to their food prepping. Oh, wow, they make sure they go to bed at a certain time. Like, these small details is what people find attractive about you. And maybe I always feel like this may have a rollover effect into their life, where they're like, okay, I may want to pay attention to my sleeping schedule myself because they recognize it in you. Similar to part number 1. But yeah, basically, you make changes as well if things aren't working out. So if you don't feel like you're getting ahead or progressing on certain results that you want, because what you do now is basically your result in the future. So if you don't use your time properly, you'll make those changes, you'll make those alterations with the transformation. And but basically, I'm kind of feeling here that some of you guys do need to improve with the 6th house, with your schedule or your day-to-day, what you do, okay? That's what I kind of feel with these two, especially with the transformation. So you will kind of go through a big transformation. I would look up what the 6th house means for you, because I definitely feel like this house will help you heal. Yeah. But when it comes, like, this is future people desiring you. If you're not here yet, if you haven't really worked on your 6th house. If you have, yeah, this is confirmation. This is what people find desirable about you. So that was really important, because that was your center cards. Yeah. So expect big changes in your work life, your health, whatever area you feel that is your duty. So let's keep going. Why do people find you desirable? Routine. Oh, I love it when spirit. Oh my God. Which card was where? They love that you have a routine. 6th house is all about your daily routines. I was just telling you that. So people love how organized you are. If you don't feel organized, this is what I'm saying. This is what's going to transform in your life as you get older, or as you realize that in order to function, in order to achieve certain things in my life, I have to be consistent repetitively with actions that are going to lead me to success. Okay. I just, with the energy, I think it's a little bit of a battle for you guys. Like, sometimes you're like, I crave routine, but then other times you're like, I just want to run away and be spontaneous and wild. So it may be something that you will have to learn to balance. Okay. But yeah, definitely there is going to be something that you repeatedly do on a day-to-day basis, part of your routine, that people find very, very desirable. We have the Strength in reverse. So this tarot deck has reversals, so I'm using it. I don't usually do reversals, but I will use reversals with this tarot deck. So you have Strength in reverse. Let's have a look at your tarot. You have the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, okay, guys. We'll get to that in a second. Let's just see what is with the routine. heart healing, more heart healing. Pile number 1 had that. So many similarities. But I mean, I'm not going to tell you to go and listen to that pile because you were drawn to this pile. So this is where your messages are. If you want to, go do that. But I'm just surprised by the similarities. Heart healing. Guys, I think I feel that your heart health will improve through this routine that you start to do, that people find very desirable about you. I kind of sense as well, because we're talking about why people desire you, you may heal other people's hearts as well. Yes. You have a 4 and you have a 5. So Spirit speaks to me with number sequences. We have the 4 of Pentacles, which is about greed. We have 5, which is heart healing. This is what you do to other people. You, for some reason, I'm kind of feeling like you have your heart protected. I kind of sense that with the 4 of Pentacles. Because with this card, she's holding a frog really tightly to her and she's not going to let go. So this kind of makes me feel like you're protecting your heart. You're not going to open your heart. But that is what you're healing. So allowing yourself to express love, to open your heart, to be loving, which is something that you will work on through this lifetime. That is what people desire about you. It's the fact that you're able to get out of your shell and give your heart. And I want to tell you, you're probably thinking, oh, yeah, okay, so why is that so desirable? It's desirable for people because you don't open your heart easily, do you? No, I just sensing that. If you did the shell, it takes someone pretty amazing to open your heart for you to fully express love to the extent that may even surprise you. So people they just desire because they know that your love is pure, your love is real. Yeah, wow. Okay, that was it in a nutshell. People, once they get past your shell, because your shell and your defenses are desirable, because it intrigues people. And then once they get through your hard exterior shell, and it's definitely something to do with the heart here, they know, the people around you who desire you know that your intentions when it comes to your heart are real. And that love is very healing, like far out, the ultimate love. And people know and realize how special and how grateful and how lucky they are to have you in their life. So, my goodness. Wow. So let's get to the strength here. The strength is in reverse. So this just tells me, guys, okay, this is really beautiful. I wanted to show you. So let's have a look at the strength upright. She can open the lion's mouth. She's opening the lion's mouth. Here, she's struggling to open the lion's mouth. I feel like this is your shell. It's like really hard to crack you open. But that's just because you keep your heart closed off with the 4 of Pentacles. But that's going to heal, so don't worry. Maybe this routine and this 6th house emphasis is on your spiritual health. To do with love, to do with allowing people to get close to you. I kind of sense that, guys. Let's have a look at your other tarot here. Temperance, moderation. What is it with? Oh, fell on the floor. News. Yeah, okay. Immediately when I channeled this, okay, let's have a look. So we've got Temperance and we got the Raven news. So this is what people find desirable, okay? It may not be the healthiest, but we're talking about desire. Most desire isn't healthy, is it? People may be intoxicated by you not opening up, going silent, or not giving more of what they want, because people want what they can't have. And I kind of feel like you keep things to yourself. You may not know how to express certain emotions very well, but that's what's going to be healing here, guys, with the heart's healing. You'll get better at it if you do something on a day-to-day basis, something that you need to practice, which will help you. People, because we got news here, I just kind of feel like communication. You may be silent for days. I'm getting the vibe that if you can't maybe be a bit detached or absent. You're not the type of people to be constantly communicating, texting every single second. So the person that finds you desirable may not know exactly where you stand with them. And this can, well, it's what they find desirable about you, even if they don't realize it. It may make them participate in behaviors because they're left in this uncertainty. You're not being completely open with them. They're left questioning. They're left in this, I kind of feel like they're left in some pretty strong dark emotions just because you don't give them what it is that they want. Straight away, guys, straight away. All right, a perfect example of this is like, if someone admires you or has a crush on you or fancies you and you just don't really engage with them or talk to them that much, okay? You're not as interested in them. This can turn humans' behaviors into erratic, poor decisions. And I feel like here with the Temperance is that their balance or their equilibrium is distorted because their emotions are taking over, because you're not validating their emotions. You're not becoming, yeah, that's basically it, okay? But the sick, twisted thing is that they actually desire that you're not really communicating with them, because a lot of people like that, especially those that have not healed their own wounds or traumas within themselves. People that don't have a solid sense of self or know themselves or have a very strong relationship with themselves that is healthy, then they will let other people trigger them, because those people need validation. Need your validation, and you may not give that at times because you're so solid in yourself and you're doing your own work, and it takes you a long time to open up and to give that heart, that pure heart that I was talking about. But when you do, my God, lucky person. Let's keep going. We have the Void, of course, moon missing. Wow, I actually don't know what this means, but I'm looking at the words and I'm like, a void, of course, moon missing. What are we talking about here? Your communication was missing. Your presence is missing. It's like they have your shadow, they don't have you. So it's almost like when people don't know what you're thinking, or how you're feeling, or how you see them, or the relationship, or whatever it is that the person needs you to validate them in, is that they will start to think, like they'll start to overthink, And I'm kind of feeling like they kind of get so lost in their own thoughts and their delusions. So this void is like, you may actually throw some people into the void, their own void, in terms of, could be a mental void or an emotional void. I think it is more of an emotional void because we have the moon here, and the moon rules the emotions. The moon also represents what is hidden, what is not yet been revealed. And I don't think you reveal a lot just because you are protective. You have a shell. And you may have a lot of people that desire you. So how can you desire everyone? Yeah, the more that you're missing, the more they desire you. That's what I feel. Or more what is missing from you, the more that they kind of put themselves in this like illusion. But you know, I mean, that's going to help them work through their own growth, go through their own healing journey, and awaken their true self or their authenticity, their spiritual healing. Let's go with your last card, guys. Detective. Great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. Yes. That's what you demand. Detective energy is interesting because it's not a flashy energy. It's not a, I am going to talk your ear off, which is similar to part number 1. Oh my God. You trust your intuition and you're very observant. So you're more maybe focusing on paying attention to how people react to you. How people handle you in certain situations, handle your energies, how do you impact on people. But also, people may, with this detective card, guys, because you're always missing, you're not in the picture all the time, okay? You may not even know that certain people desire you. Like maybe someone goes across your social media if you have some sort of I don't know, like business or following or something. It could even be a friend of a friend. Like I kind of feel for a lot of you, you don't even know the amount of people that desire you or fancy you. So the detective here is about them stalking you, finding out where you are, what you're thinking, what you're doing, everything about you, basically, without you knowing, which I find a little bit creepy, but yeah. It's because you're not really there, you're missing, you're not in the picture. Very interesting. And can we see here, guys, that these colors are similar? So Spirit speaks to me with color synchronicity, which means like certain colors with different cards means that these two cards are connected. So we have the news and we have missing. So news, communication, bits of information that they want from you is missing. So that's why they go all into detective mode, which I find interesting. And that's why they probably freaking drink a few glasses of champagne or wine. They just can't get that moderation or balance because their emotions are a little bit swayed or a little bit controlling them. Yes. So pile number 2. What amazing energy. Let's get you some intuitive messages. So these intuitive messages may just be like any additional information that Spirit wants to share with you just in general, or they may connect with what we've been talking about. Oh, let's see. All right. Okay, I'm going to go with 5 for you guys. So let's have a look. You're looking beautiful. Your efforts are paying off. Okay. So this kind of takes me to the 6th house, because the 6th house is all about health, as we can see here. So maybe some of you guys are really focusing on your physical health and it's paying off, or maybe that's something that you will be participating in the future. Yeah, definitely, because it's with transformation, it's changing. No more dreaming. Your dreams are ready to manifest into reality. What wish do you want granted? Take a few steps and the universe will work its magic have what you want. So there is something maybe you're wanting here. And Spirit is saying that you can have it. Take a few steps with the routine. And the universe will help you achieve that. You have a special mission given by Spirit. Okay. I will tell you about this card because this card, I don't have any other cards out of any other decks that give me this message. So it's very, very powerful, and it kind of tells me that you have a special mission by Spirit. You may already know that, or that may be something that you're going to be discovering in the future. But it's a big deal because there's no other similar cards with that same meaning. All right. What else, Spirit? Your life is a mirror of your internal world. What needs clearing out? What needs clearing out? Yeah, look at this, guys. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. This is deep healing because you're going within your internal world and you're clearing it all out. Yeah. I feel like it's like clearing out your heart if you have some blocks there. Bomb-proof. Oh, I love this. Let's see what this one is. Reconnection. Yeah, okay. Immediately when I looked at this card, Spirit gave me the fact that your love is bomb-proof. Your love is, like I was saying, whoever gets your heart or whoever gets your love is a very lucky person because you do have your guard up. You do have your shell. You do have, like, you've had experiences in the past and you now know what kind of person can receive your love. You may put a lot of people through some tests. But this is all, yeah. So this is just about when you do reconnect with someone. I mean, if you're already in a relationship, the love that you give to them is just going to be on a whole different level. You may be struggling with the relationship, or maybe there is just you not being able to give as much as you want because that's going to heal as your heart opens. So there could be this reconnection that you have if you're in a relationship. If not, someone is going to take your fancy. You're going to connect with them and it's going to be very, very, very strong here with the bomb-proof. Yes. Okay, so pile number 2. That is your reading. I hope you guys got something out of it. If you did, feel free to leave a comment. I love your feedback. If you connected with my energy and you like my style of readings, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can see you in another video. I'm also doing private readings, so if you feel drawn for a private reading, go to therapythroughcards.com. Okay. So let's get into the last pile, pile number 3. I am so drawn to this pile, just aesthetically, guys. I just like how it looks. It looks really cool with the gold and the white and the egg. So you chose the egg. Really cool. Like you can't really see it when the camera is face down, so I'll show it sideways. Beautiful. So special. I would like a giant one of these in my house, like a massive, massive one. That would be really cool. So let's see why you're so desirable. You may, we may get some additional messages. I'm always open with my channeling and my messages, but we're mainly going to be focusing on why people find you desirable. So let's get into it. Let's have a look at the little card that you chose. I don't know what you chose, but basically there's a picture or a keyword on the other side of this that we're going to talk about. We're going to have a look. It is definitely important when it comes to why people find you desirable. Oh, it's a picture. Okay, so it looks like a lady who is open arms, free, running into the ocean or on the sand. But it just gives me this sense of freedom, this sense of I feel like you're really, really fulfilled in the moment. You're enjoying the moment. There's nothing that is going to hold you back. So people may desire you because they feel so good with you in the moment. it's like when they're with you, they can only think of you. They can't think of what's happening in the past or the future. They're definitely fully present with you. And that, my God, they must really, really, really like you or fancy you or respect you or care about you to be so present with you. It's almost like they get lost with you in the moment. That's the vibe I'm getting. I do get a sense of an adventure with this card. I get a sense of doing, like, I honestly got travel. I don't know what this is, like experiences. Last minute trips to, like a destination that you've never been. So spur of the moment activities or adventures or experiences. So you're very spontaneous, maybe a little bit impulsive, but people find this very desirable about you. I kind of feel like they don't know what to expect with you. So they're with you and one minute you're like, oh, I've just booked a ticket to this tropical island. Are you coming? And I feel like for a lot of people, they'll be like, what? I need a plan. What are you talking about? But because you're so captivating and charming and fun to be around, they say yes. Even though they haven't really thought things through. So you make a lot of people neglect certain things in their life because you're so much fun or you're so attractive to them. Okay, so that was that picture, but we may refer to that picture throughout the reading if the other cards mention it. So let me just keep tapping into your energy while we get your cards. I like to shuffle on camera, so we'll be using tarot and oracle and some intuitive messages at the end. So Spirit, for pile number 3, why do people find them desirable? Oh my God. So Spirit immediately gave me an auditory message, which was, you are the missing link to them. So that kind of gives me this feeling of like, you are the missing thing in their life. I'm just going to be honest here, guys. I don't know whether you want to attract this type of people, but you attract people that maybe take life a bit too serious, maybe have more of a depressive personality, or they may be a little bit more reserved, or they're a little bit like, they're a little bit like, I'm kind of feeling like tight, uptight. That's the feeling. The people that you attract or desire you are those that wish that they could be a little bit more open-hearted and you're just so loving and happy. You just have that kind of temperament, guys. Even I'm not saying that you don't go through struggles or you don't go through harder things in life, but you like to focus on the lighter side of life, and that really brings a lot of attraction to you, especially from those that take life a bit too seriously, if you get what I mean. So you help people relax as well. So you're so healing in that respect of you lighten up people's moods, or you can help people get out of a funk, or like you shift the energy in a room if it's really heavy. I'm just getting this, this is so interesting. I'm getting this classroom and there's people in the classroom and it's dead silent and no one knows each other. It's the first day of the class or first day of school and everyone doesn't know each other. You're like the icebreaker. You can make people feel comfortable. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Just with you being so open-hearted and warm and infectious. Like your energy is infectious. People may feel free with you as well because it's such a free card. People may feel free to be themselves with you as well. Let's keep going. Oh, that's way too many cards. I'm not going to get all that. Can you see your cards? Yes, you can. What else, Spirit, for pile number 3? Why do they find them desirable? Okay, so this is also telling me, I just heard the word mischief. So you're not afraid to take risks. You may be a little bit of a rebel. You may get into trouble, but it's like harmless. You know what I mean? It's just because you like to live life to the fullest, all right? You may push things that are traditional, or you may push people's buttons. But people love that about you. It's like they secretly wish they had the bravery that you have. People may find themselves doing things that they would never have thought of doing. So that's really pretty much a responsibility, isn't it? In a good way. It's like you open up people. Yeah, look at this. We've got a reversal, but that's okay. That's why I use this deck. Let's keep going. We have a few cards that have turned over, and I'll tell you the significance of that in a second, guys. So I'm just wanting to do a tarot. Let's get your tarot. What else, Spirit? Yeah, you're a bit of a thrill seeker, pile number 3. But we're going to have a look at why people desire you. A little bit further. Let's have a look at the cards. Let's have a look at the cards that have turned over. We have Grace. You can see this, right? Yes, you can. Oh, it's so beautiful. All the colors. You have Grace and you have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, I love this. Okay, so yes, the King of Pentacles in reverse isn't the best energy, but it is the best card to have in your spread, in your energy. So the King of Pentacles, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, is that the King of Pentacles that does not match this, doesn't match your energy, right? But then I realized it's in reverse, and I'm like, okay, yeah, okay, I get it. Thanks for it. So the King of Pentacles upright is like, okay, responsibilities. They may have, they may be in charge of a lot, you know. They actually have a lot to look after, you know. They're not free like this girl here. They may be in charge of a lot of things in their life because they're a leader, you know. They have built something to get to that level of authority. So they have responsibilities. And the fact that it came up in reverse for you is beautiful because it comes with the grace. It's like, this King of Pentacles does not look graceful, does he? No. But this is what people find desirable about you. It's like I was saying, like the cards definitely clarify my channeling. You help people that may feel like they have a commitment to their work or to some sort of responsibility. You get them out of it. It's like, okay, yeah, you've been working too hard. Come on, let's go and do this. Let's go and have this experience that you never would have had because you're so focusing on working hard on this. It's like the King of Pentacles in reverse is like timeout. It's like, okay, I can step down from my responsibilities and I can go and entertain a bit of a more lighthearted energy and be graceful about it. You know, it's not like, okay, I'm neglecting my responsibilities, all hell is going to break loose. No, this King of Pentacles is choosing to step down from his duty for a day or two or a week. And it's actually really beneficial for them. So it's interesting because I kind of feel like this is other people's energy and it's in your main center here. So this is the center where it's the dominant energies without your whole spread. The center is always very strong energies. So you take people away from their duties and show them a different, even like a different physical sight, or just a different way of living, okay? Because sometimes I'm kind of feeling with this King of Pentacles is that they're very rigid and they're just used to being in their role, which becomes really repetitive on a day-to-day basis, and they just kind of, things become a little bit more, just a little bit comfortable. And then you come along and whoa, it's like, okay, you're shaking my world up. I like this a bit. Let's go and explore what you're about. I feel like I can do that. So you help take away people from their commitments, but they want to do it willingly, which is beautiful, right? It's not like they're going to drop their job to come with you and be with you forever. No, they're smart about it. This is so nice. So you show them a different way of living. You show them like a new world, or they just, something really fascinates them about you. I'm also kind of getting like you may be a little different to them. So you may, and when I say different, it's like different to what they're used to in their reality. Then we have the nature. Yeah. Nature next to the King of Pentacles. So the nature card comes through when it's about things that happen naturally or human nature. So it's their nature, their personality. So having this next to the King of Pentacles, in reverse, it's just kind of like this isn't natural for them. You take them out of their comfort zone and they desire this though. Because we have all the lights here. It's like bright lights. You are their, oh my God, look at this, guys. We have all these crows at the back. I think that's, this is them. This is you. And these are all the King of Pentacles employers, or this King of Pentacles has a duty to these group of people. And there's you. And you have taken this crow away from these people or responsibilities, which is interesting. So we have the Two of Swords, and it has confusion. So we'll have a look what that's with. It's interesting because the confusion that I'm getting is like, they don't really understand why they're acting in this way, why they're drawn to you, what's happening, because this is new to them. But they find it good. They find it desirable. It's like, okay, I'm on the edge a little bit. This isn't normal for me, but I like it, and let's explore this. But they may be a little bit confused at the same time. It's like, how did this happen? This isn't me. What's going on within myself? Like, you may trigger things in other people to grow. You know what I mean? Like, to entertain different aspects of themselves. We have the South Node, life's debts. The South Node. Next to karmic message. We had a bit of karma in the first pile. I love how they're all like interconnecting. So it's beautiful because this South Node is all about your karma. And spirits put them together. So this is kind of telling me karmic debts, right? Life's debts. So this is our karma that we need to work through in this lifetime to be able to head towards our North Node, which is our purpose, which is what we, oh my God, that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. That's why people find you desirable. But I'm also sensing, because at the beginning of this reading, I was like, we are going to find what people find desirable about you, but we also may find a little bit about what you desire. So some of you guys already may be well established with this King of Pentacles, or you may have certain responsibilities, or may be in a position where you hold a lot of influence. But I'm kind of feeling like you're already established in one way or another. But here with the karmic message and the life stats with the South Node, if you know astrology, I would, for you guys, if you don't, research your South Node and your North Node, because it's coming up here very prevalent. Okay, I always like people to go and do their own research, because I only have so much limit with to discuss this within my videos. But what was I saying? I went off track. Come on, come back to the point, Elise. Come back to the point. Okay, yes. So what I'm feeling here is that you are going to discover something else in your life. This is giving me, if you guys are a little bit older and you're in a career and it's quite successful, you're going to have a career change. It's giving me that vibe. So there's going to be like a dramatic change, because you kind of worked through this karmic debt with your South Node, and you're going to find out what your North Node is, which is what your destiny is. So I don't feel like for some of you that you're actually in your true purpose yet. If you think you are, there's something else. There is something else that is written in the stars for you, that is destined for you. Because if you were fully in your North Node, your South Node and your karmic debts wouldn't come up. So here, what is coming through is that there are going to be people that desire you. But I'm kind of feeling like it's more about you desiring this newness, or this new way of seeing life, or this new interest that may stir up within yourself. Okay, so there's going to be a big change and a big shift within your life. I don't know how soon that's going to be, but it's kind of like this big awakening that I'm kind of feeling. And that's once you kind of clear this karma here. Because you have the King of Pentacles in reverse, you know, I mean, he doesn't look very happy. So there's giving me this energy that you desire more out of life, pile number 3. And there are going to be people that are going to open you up to your North Node. And learning your karma, right? Learning and understanding and working through it usually starts with confusion. Confusion about your nature, your current nature of who you are. But that shifts here with the King of Pentacles in reverse, doesn't it? Due to people taking you out of your comfort zone, showing you different ways of doing things, even just expanding your mind, being introduced to different personalities, because I think the people that you hang around with are kind of similar to your nature right now. So yes. Yeah. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. Let's get your planet, Vesta. Wow, the goddess within, your sacred spiritual center and quiet dignity. Yes. I am sorry, but like I kind of feel, yes, that's going to be part of your awakening to this new version of yourself, or this new it just spirit keeps bringing me back, pile number 3, to something is going to shift dramatically in your life. Like you're on one path and you think that this path is the path that's you're going to be on for the rest of your life. You're not. There's going to be another path that opens up, and you're forced to close and leave behind aspects of your life right now, because you discover something else. And I just got ringing in my ear, so that is clarification. But with this here is like, yes, you're going to be understanding your spirituality a little bit more, going within yourself, trying to work through certain confusion and chaos that comes when you discover new things about yourself. But I kind of feel like I just sense that this is going to be, there isn't going to be something quiet or say, like, this is giving me this energy or this permission for you guys to live a little, like take a few risks. I think you guys are very sensible people. There is nothing wrong with being sensible, but there is this energy of indulging in maybe a little bit of your karma. I think some of you guys have repressed it a bit, and usually our karma comes through when we indulge in certain behaviors that we know are not good for us, because that's where we discover, okay, I need to work through this. But you guys are not putting yourself out there, taking those risks to make mistakes and screw up and get yourself in maybe a bit of trouble. And I think the people that desire you are going to help you do this. Live a little, shake you up a bit, so you can be introduced to your karmic debts and work through them, which will then basically shift your whole world, your reality. Spirit, come on, tell us a little bit more about why people desire them. Strategy. Red fox. Okay. So, King of Pentacles upright. Same bloody color as the umbrella. Can you see that? So why people like you is that you're very strategic. You're very good at problem solving. You're very good at handling relationships, delegating, understanding how a team runs or a business, because the King of Pentacles definitely has his own business. So you're very good at things that are of a practical manner, things that you can actually see, touch, that's tangible, nothing that's a little bit like subjective or in the realm of feelings. No. So yeah, people desire that about you. But at the same time, they want to like throw you. I kind of feel like they want to pick you up and throw you in a puddle because you're so well put together, and they just want you to kind of screw up. I don't know, like, it's when someone is so perfect, and I'm not saying we're perfect, no one's perfect, but there is this image that people see of you like, wow, okay, they're very intelligent, they're very well established, they're very well put together. And I think you need to be, because you're an image, you're a image of a particular brand. People look up to you, so you have to hold that image of your business or reputation or whatever it is. But people just want to like get you and like they want more from you. People want more from you. It's like they presented this image that you give off, and the people that desire you can see that they want to see what else you have to offer. A gateway opening in legacy. Yes, it's next to Vesta. It's so there is a legacy that you're going to be leaving here, pile number 3, but you're going to wait for it to open yet. I think some of you guys may already think that you are living your legacy, but you're not. There's like a shift, like I said, once you start to work through your karma, which you're going to activate through the people that desire you. I think maybe some of you guys don't do desire very well. Maybe some of you guys are not very good at your emotions, but then you attract these people that really kind of throw you into the deep. I'm kind of getting like throw you into the deep end, the unknown, which may be a little bit uncomfortable for you. But they do it in a graceful way, a way where you allow it and you are interested in it, and this becomes a massive transition for you where you're going to have this gateway which is going to open up. Yeah, and there's something else that you're going to pursue that is part of your legacy. longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. So there you go, pile number 3. I think that is what's opening for you. It's so interesting because sometimes I'm like, is spirit going to tell you what it is, what is going to be shifting? Maybe an aspect of it. I think an aspect of it is your spirituality. Maybe some of you guys are going to realize that you're a light worker. I think that may have a role in this legacy here. Yes, but just a tiny role. I mean, not a tiny role, a big role, far out. But I don't exactly know what it is that you're going to be leaving behind as a legacy. I don't think Spirit really has revealed that. But that could be a clue here with the original light workers. And it's interesting how it's like longing for home. So you're going to be coming home to something that is more aligned to your purpose when you deal with your karma, which will be activated through other people wanting to push you outside of your comfort zone. So expect to be trying new things, expect to be pushed maybe into some uncomfortable situations, but uncomfortability in the fact that it's like, oh, I do find this a little bit exciting or desirable, but you didn't previously. You know what I mean? Other people show us certain aspects of ourselves, and I think the people that desire you will open you up to different, so to a new world. Oh my god, guys, that is way too many. I cannot give you all that. We'll be here all night. So I am going to just take one more. I'm going to leave that one there because it faced upward. So part number 3, let's get your general intuitive messages. These intuitive messages will maybe show you just any messages that Spirit wants to share with you now, general, or they may be related to what we've been talking about throughout your reading. So let's have a look. Let's have a look at the one that's faced up because, like I said before, that's the one that wants to be seen. We have take a risk, you will be rewarded. So yes, guys, this is risk. You're going to take a risk. There's something that, but I think someone's going to trigger that out of you for some reason. Take a new direction. You will. Like I said before, these are just clarifying. You will be taking a different direction. There will be just a whole shift in your world. To live a more meaningful life, we have to connect with our emotions. How can you better do this? Yes, I did feel that you guys maybe struggle with that, or just will need to learn to be in your emotions, because being in your emotions will help you reveal what your karmic debts are that need to be worked through in order to open up this legacy, this gateway, this opening, this new direction, which I kind of feel is going to be big. And the risk that you're going to take could be with following your emotions, following your intuition. Dead end. Yeah. So it just tells me like there's going to be a dead end. You're going to feel like something that you're pursuing right now is it. It is it. It's not it. There's something bigger for you guys. There's something bigger. So get ready, pile number 3. How exciting. So I'm going to leave your reading there. I hope you got something out of it and something resonated. If it did, feel free to leave a comment. I love your feedback. And if you like my energy or my style of reading, make sure that you subscribe for future videos. And if you guys want a private reading, or if you're looking to, get more out of what I've talked about in the readings, go to therapythroughcards.com. And I hope to see you in another video.